What's up?
Right now, Mr. Steele hasn't put it in. It's my quiz review.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Stop it.
All right. Here we go. So I'm recording now, so make sure that your notes are out. Make sure that your notes for today are out. So I'm going to show you just a couple of these so that you can get a feel for what we're doing. Okay? For example, number 4. It is on page 3. It is number 4. It looks like this. I'm going to get my mouse out of the way. All right. So, first thing that we've got to do is we've got to label our new points. So, we know that this one is A prime, B prime is up there, and C prime is all the way over there. Okay? If you're confused, you can know that by saying, okay, B on the original is between A and C. So B prime is going to be between A prime and C prime. Okay? Okay. So, for this one, eventually you'll need rulers and protractors, but you don't need to grab them now. Okay? I'm just going to show you first, and then you can get the stuff after. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to find a pair of lines. So for a pair, I mean A prime, B prime, and AB. Or B prime, C prime, and BC. Right? Okay. So what you want to do is you want to extend both of those lines. You want to extend both those lines. And I'll tell you why in 1 second. So what I just made there was an angle. Right here. You see that? There's the intersection right there. And we have this angle right there. Y'all see that? Okay. So what we have to do now is we have to measure that angle. So when I measure it, it comes out to be something like 42 degrees. So as of right now, on the upper right, I'm going to put rotation 42 degrees. Okay? Rotation 42 degrees. So, the next question that if you look on the front that it wants you to find, for a rotation it says, identify the center of rotation and the magnitude. So, we found the magnitude, 42. Now we've got to find the center. Now for this one, it's a little bit weird, and that's why I'm doing this one first. Because the other ones, what you'll do is you'll connect A to A prime, B to B prime, and C to C prime, and they will all intersect at one point. I'm going to show you that after this. But for this one, the only question we're going to ask is the center of rotation going to be outside the triangle or inside the triangle? Inside. Good. Now, let me show you why that's correct. So if you have it on the outside, right, it's going to be a far distance away from the other one, right? But if it's on the inside, all it's going to do is kind of act like a spinner and just rotate among itself, or inside itself. Okay, so for this one, all we're going to say is, okay, the center is in the inside. Okay? So that's all you needed for number 4. Now, let me show you number 2, which is an example of what I want you to do with the intersections. So first thing you got to do is you got to label it. So this is A prime down here. You've got B prime to the left. And up at the top, we have C prime. So what you'll do to find this intersection, or this point of rotation, is you're going to connect C to C prime, whoop, like that, B to B prime, like that, and A to A prime. And if you see, right, they all go through this point right there. So that right here is the center. Okay? And after that, right, you do the same thing that you did for the other one to find the magnitude. Okay? So that's what I mean when I say find the center there. You're going to want to also do that when you do dilations. So make sure to connect A to A prime, B to B prime, C to C prime. Okay, when you do dilations, because that'll help you find the center of the dilations. Okay? Last bit of information that you should remember is you're going to find out whether or not it's negative if the orientation is different, right? This is a dilation. The orientation of the original looks different from the orientation of the final. So that means this has to have a negative scale factor. Well, can you see how this triangle is facing, right? A is pointing that way. Okay? Right. If it's positive, it's going to look more like something like this, where it's bigger, but it just looks the exact same. Okay? So, I'll stop the recording now. Is that over stop right there?